Hey everyone, Red Mage Susie here. It's been a little while. I've been busy life. Life's been taking me a lot of places right now, so I haven't had much time to record. Yes, Raquel's been done his Let's Play for I don't know how long now, but I'm still trying to put time in this when I can. This is a reflection. This one took me a lot longer than I thought it would, mostly because of the ending part. I was having trouble getting that, but then I get busy and then I lose practice and then I had to re-practice everything and try again. But overall, this was not too bad, all things considered. One thing that did help me was I do have a controller that has a D-pad and a joystick, so when I got to the flight sections I was able to just switch to the joystick. It was a little bit easier to kind of have that control when I was flying around. This part's a little fun if you gotta get a nice boost, but I didn't quite get it. If you do it properly, you can get it to slide into the next screen. You just have to be careful, because if you have a really strong boost, you'll run into those spikes there. So this part, one thing I like about this level when I first played is that you have a lot of options. So I'm gonna go down this path. My strategy was down on the first one, up for everything else except the last one was also down. I found that those ones I did the best and most consistently. I liked playing with the bumpers. The bumpers actually worked really consistently. They don't look like they would because they're round objects, but if you know where you're hitting on them, you could pretty much guarantee where you're going. So having that helped. Whoops. So, fun little fact, this came this morning when I was doing a recording session, and this is like my second attempt after I got one that almost got all the way, but then I lost it at the very last minute. Really stupid mistake. I kind of just let myself bump into a laser on the final screen. I was very upset, but I decided, you know what, I'm really close to doing it. If I could do it once, if I could get there once, I could do it again, and I did it within a couple minutes after, so that was, I was happy about that, because that would have sucked if I finished the session just doing that. Some of these aren't as bad as they look. One thing about the feathers, too, is that you can, if you aren't holding a direction, she'll just continue going in the direction that she's going. That's a bad dash there, but I made it work. So if you need to slow down, you could just kind of hold a direction that you... or don't hold any directions, and she'll just continue going the same direction that she was before. It helps in certain areas. I don't think I do it much on this level. This part also is a good a part that I broke a lot of runs, mainly because of this part in the middle here with the bumpers. Normally I get through that a little bit cleaner than that, but it's good enough. You get through, you're fine. So now we're in the rock bottom, or sorry, not quite rock bottom, but the part where the levels kind of kicks up a notch. That first half still isn't free at all, though. I have broken a lot of ones, especially on that last screen where you had the two path options. There's a lot you can go wrong. I do one of the shortcuts here. I can do that pretty consistently because you can line it up with the wall. The other ones aren't as consistent, and I didn't really care to learn how to do it. Like, this room is easy enough as it is. I saving a couple extra seconds. I wasn't really too concerned about that. This part here, I try to be very, very careful because I have lost a few runs in this water section. It's very bizarre. Sometimes, I don't know what it is, I get a little maybe too close to the spikes. I don't know, it's always painful when that happens. Okay, just a little break for myself while this happens. If you dash at the very end, even when he's slowing down, you get a little bit of a boost going in here. And then we have this part. So, the first part, what you could do is, if you rush it very quickly, you can actually get the timing is very generous. Or not generous, but it's well timed in a way that if you rush this, you're not likely to get hit. Unless you dash right into air. There's also like a little bit of a like fuzzy zone around her, if you could say that, call it that. So when she's shooting a ball or a laser, if you're like right in her hit zone and you're hitting her, you can actually like cancel out the hit that she's about to do to you. It's very weird. I'm not sure if I show it off in this run at all. But, because you don't really want to count on it still, because obviously you don't want to put yourself in danger. This room gave me a lot of trouble, but if you time it right, if you go pretty quickly and you know where to aim, I'm just really bad with the 2-ball patterns, but I eventually worked it out. I got pretty consistent at it, and that's why I was able to do this. It's always very important to know what she's going to do in every room. So if this one she shoots a laser, but if you think she's going to shoot another laser, you're going to get caught by one of her ball shots. So always be careful. That one, that looked really close there. There is you get a pretty generous hitbox in the in some of the areas. This one's also kind of easy to screw up if you don't pay attention. I mean, honestly, a lot of it's just practice and doing this 100 times. Almost screwed myself up there. Because one thing is also, like, you can learn a pattern to kind of get it to be very consistent, but you also have to be very familiar with her and her patterns, so that way you know what to do in case you don't do what you actually practice in the run. So some of the flight segments in this part are actually pretty scary because they're pretty narrow and tight, and you're also trying to avoid getting attacked by her. So this one's straights and across and whatnot. I really enjoy the falling segments. There's just something about the way that flows. It's a lot of fun. And we're almost there. This part is actually this actually latter part of the fight is actually, or fight, quote unquote fight, is actually easier than the first part in my opinion. You have to be you just have to kind of make sure you don't do anything too stupid. And it's pretty easy to know which parts are safe, which parts aren't. The green parts are always safe, you know. This room is a little bit tricky. The trick is you want to make sure you dash before you think you need to. And I think one of the things that also helps that because you're on moving platforms and whatnot, her aim doesn't feel quite as good here. So you don't often find yourself kind of trapped or like a shot that's like really, really targeting you. See, like right there, she's like really far up because I was in the air when she was about to shoot it, you know. So it's this part is pretty easy. I didn't have to really redo the second half of this part, except this one. This one can be a bit of a trick, and you don't want to turn left too early there. I've done that. That was very painful. But again, I really like this segment. The bumper there. Again, bumpers work very consistently for me, so not too bad. This part can be a little bit nervous. If you don't get that at the bottom there, if you don't get there quick enough, you usually have to delay your flight a bit. And then you have to dash up, but it's not fun. Not fun if you have to do that. It's very terrifying. And I did it, and I was very relieved because this took me way too long to actually do. I let the cutscene play out a bit. I liked being able to say, fine, you know, you did it, fine, I win, I win! I don't know why I played the entire cutscene. I think it's just been a while since I've seen this, so I thought, why not? And I kind of wanted to get to the end of the screen since all the other ones I always get to the very end. It's okay to be scared. That's right. Plus I wanted the, I like the little hug thing here. It's cute. But yeah, no, even after like grinding this out and just playing this game, just trying to do this, I'm still having a lot of fun with it. Of course I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't. Yeah, and I leveled up! Wow, I bet you never saw that. So I just quickly get out of here. My, get out route is a little bit sloppy, but you know. It's not like I've actually played this segment in a long time, and it's nothing hard here. Gotta get used to my double dash before I get to the summit. Summit's gonna be a thing. That's gonna be a long thing, so don't expect anything too soon, but we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Thanks everyone who joined me, and I will see you next time in, I don't know, a couple months.